first off, I feel like the fact that we met at a shoot is so serendipitous, right?
The fact that Laura Mercier brought us together is...
Oh, well, that's funny.
Shout out to Laura Mercier.
Hashtag not sponsored, but I think we should in honor of them. Wait,
Yeah?
but isn't that... Oh, that's just the Radiance.
The Radiance primer.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Remember last time we did our makeup together? I like squirted a blob of illuminator into your primer.
It ended up working.
So this is like a one-stop shop, you know?
I just feel like in this space, it's so nice to have a friend like Melissa who is just so supportive, and we can just like call each other and FaceTime. She's done it from the toilet. Sorry, but it's true.
It's very true though.
She has. And it's like so nice to have somebody that I can just talk to about these things. So basically we did a shoot together and I heard a really loud voice and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to have the loud voice. Like, why does somebody else have a loud voice?
And I was like, who's this really loud girl?
So basically loud voices brought us together and then we just stayed in touch, and I just like, I don't know, I feel like we've had like the most raw and real in-depth conversations, and I feel like people need to hear some of them because it's important. I know you know your makeup skills are great, but she's just so humble and I love that about her. But
you are gonna make me freaking cry on this.
Well, you
were like,
well, for the record,
she keep blending.
Before I get credit, she cries about everything.
I do cry about everything.
She cried during Wonder Woman, although I get it. When did you start wearing makeup?
In middle school, so I would say probably like, what? How old are you in middle school? 13. But back then I was really into being a chola. If you're Mexican, you know.
I'm not Mexican, and I know, and that's hilarious.
I loved being a little cholita.
So what was like your makeup style? What does that translate to?
It's like really thin eyebrows, so thank God my brows grew back because they were like non-existent during my chola stage because I plucked them all out, like physically took all the hair out.
Well, y'all made it a thing because I did that to mine too.
Very, very skinny brows.
J-Lo, man, made me think it's whatever.
Well, and Gwen Stefani too, like and she would credit cholas for her makeup style because she would do chola makeup. So thin eyebrows, lip liner with no lipstick, just like chocolate brown lip liner with a lot of gloss.
Stop it.
Really,
I remember this.
Really crunchy, like wet looking hair. A chola kind of represents like a really powerful woman.
Oh.
So that's why but it can also have the negative connotation in terms of gangs. So obviously my mom didn't want her, daughter in middle school dressing like a cholita because she thought I was like a gang member. So I would dress like a chola, do my makeup like a chola, and then I would take it off with makeup wipes on the bus ride home. So I would leave home with no makeup on, do a full glam on the bus, and then take it off on the bus home. One time though, my mom did come to my school because she had to sign some paperwork and I didn't know she was coming. Mm-hmm. And she saw me like dressed like a chola and she was like, oh my God.
Did you get grounded? Was that a thing?
They don't give you a life. Like you're not allowed to spend the night.
Totally, same. That's what I'm wondering. Because like, it's not like I didn't get my allowance. Like I didn't get allowance. That wasn't a thing.
I don't really get an allowance either now that I think about it. You had to work for it. So
right.
I've been employed since I was like 16.
Mine was like make straight A's and I will provide a good life for you. Get an A- or a B and you're
dead. You're dead to me.
Indian life.
I've always loved makeup, but I did the traditional Mexican thing as my mom wanted me to do, which is like go to school, get an education, get my bachelor's. I have a bachelor in journalism and media studies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know it was in journalism and media?
No. When did you start becoming a professional makeup artist?
So my parents, again being very traditional Mexican, wanted me to live at home until I got married. That's when you're supposed to move out once you get married. And I was like, no, I'm not living here. So, so I moved to LA, even though I didn't have anywhere to live really. I moved here with like $2,000. I was randomly on a reality show that I did not plan on being on. I got kicked off in one episode because I was not that good. So with that money, I got my first apartment with a roommate from college after, couch surfing for a while. And I worked in production. So I worked in TV because that's what I thought I wanted to do.
I did not know this.
Yeah, because of my major, I thought I was meant to work in television. Not on camera, behind the scenes. So I did that for about a year and absolutely hated it. It was not for me. And I was always in the makeup room. And this is when YouTube was just starting to become a thing. And I remember being obsessed with people like Carly Bybel, Jaclyn Hill, all of them when they first started, like very, very first videos. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And so I started working at MAC. I worked for Giorgio Armani Beauty, YSL Beauty, Bobbi Brown. So I worked at all these jobs while also freelancing, and that really helped improve my skill because I already knew how to do it, especially on myself, but not on all these different faces. I think I hit my all-time low when I looked at my bank account and I had like negative $5.
You're kidding.
I'm like gonna cry right now because I'm like taking me back to that moment in time. Don't make me cry.
I don't want to make you cry.
I know, I'm like make you sad.
It makes me so proud of you.
Yeah, I just hit an all-time low. I had no money, and where's my beauty blender?
Dude.
What ended up happening is I was just constantly breaking even, going out doing the job, replenishing my kit, going out doing the job, replenishing the kit, and it was a vicious cycle. It was not ending. And so Kyle, my boyfriend, was like, you know, you've always talked about this YouTube channel. Maybe it's time you start it and start doing something, you know, like, yeah.
You have over 500,000 YouTube subscribers in 2 years.
That's been crazy.
When did you see it and say, this is the time? This is when I can start doing this full time?
I think I had hit around 100K. I was so dedicated to those videos. Like, if I had to be at NARS at 11 a.m., I would wake up, film, and edit and everything, and then show up to work and be like, wow, your makeup is so intense today. I'm like, oh, I just filmed a tutorial.
So now here you are 2 years later, and I know we talk about this a lot, but the pressure of numbers on social media and getting consumed in it. What do you feel like gets you through the kind of day-to-day anxiety of that? I can answer it.
What?
Kyle.
And
me.
No, and you. If you get caught up in the numbers, you will forget why you started it in the first place,
exactly.
Right? So I think it's kind of, you have to always take a step back and not focus on them, even though that it's become a job.
It is our job, full time.
But I think what helps me is honestly all the positive feedback.
100%. Oh my God, it's so important to focus on the positivity and like also just keeping good people around you, because it's so, we also know this, there's a lot of fakeness in this space, as there is in every industry, obviously, but...
Well, that's why I feel like me and you just mesh so well together, because I genuinely want to see you grow.
Yeah.
And anytime, like when you did your Wonder Woman, I was like, yes, that is amazing.
Like, I have so many moments in my life where I feel like, wow, makeup isn't just about makeup. It's like a deeper thing. It makes women feel incredible about themselves. Like, when I was younger, I used to put it on because it made me feel like I wanted to fit in with everyone around me. Like, all the cool girls were wearing it, and it was my way of feeling like I belonged. And then now it's so interesting because now it's my tool to be able to like embrace who I really am.
Yeah.
You know, it's like shifted as you get older. You realize that like makeup is transformative and like it's so powerful. I just feel like you embody what it means for women to support women. And it's like so important.
It's really important to, in this industry especially.
Yeah, it's like, why can't we all win?
And help each other grow. There's enough work for all of us.
There's so much work.
And there's going to be even more work for all of us if we all keep supporting each other.
Exactly, totally. This Love Fest was amazing, but I'm also so hangry.
Same.
It's time.
It is time.
Let's go eat. All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Do I sit on my teeth?
No, do I?
Nope, you agree.